What's going on, Pisces? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for November 21st to the 27th, 2022. So in this reading, Pisces, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the week. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming, and we're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you regarding this upcoming week. But before we begin this reading, Pisces, as always, I would like to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Pisces, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. That would also be greatly appreciated over here, Pisces. So without further ado, I'm going to pull the energy and we'll see what wants to come through for you this week, Pisces. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Pisces. Okay, so what I'm getting is that you just want to run away from life this week, Pisces. I don't know why that's coming through, but there's something about the place that you live, or the job that you do, or some sort of like responsibility that you feel pressure from some sort of responsibility. You might just literally decide to say, like, screw this. I'm taking me, my partner, and my dog, and I'm going to live like in the woods. Now, obviously, that's not physically going to be happening for all of you, but that's the frequency that is coming through so far. There's something where you may feel like you're sacrificing your true self, like you can't speak your true self because you have a responsibility, or there's some sort of pressure for you to conform, where you want to move in a different direction though. Okay, so it's very intense reading, Pisces. Start this reading off with your opportunities, the King of Wands here, Pisces. So the King of Wands is someone that you could be connecting to in love. Some of you Pisces out there may have a fire sign that you are connecting to in love, or there's an opportunity to do that. Alternatively, I do feel like there's some sort of thing where you want to be your true self. You don't want to be constricted by anything. I keep getting this feeling of like you're being, like you feel like life is lifeless, and you feel like, what's the point to this? Like I need something that feels real to me, to be creative, okay? And for some of you who are single, there could be someone coming into your life that's very on that wavelength. Now you have the challenge is the Knight of Wands here. So the Knight of Wands in your challenge is sometimes could be an in and out energy. It can be someone that promises something and then doesn't live up to it. So I don't know if you recently got a promotion at your job for some of you, where you have all these responsibilities that now it starts to feel restricted. There's something about you agreed to something, and now that agreement starts to backfire on you, and you're just like, this is not worth it, this is not worth it. Also, the Knight of Wands in your challenge, you might just want to run away. I don't know what this is about, but I'll show you why I'm talking like this in a second, Pisces. We're gonna have to clarify that in a minute as well. But we go here to your overall general energy for this week, Pisces, and you'll see. I mean, you have the Five of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands, or excuse me, the King of Pentacles, and also the Death card here in your overall general energy, Pisces. So there's some sort of potential dramatic ending in your life here that makes you feel like you're on the outside. If this doesn't actually come to an end, I feel like it's more like a feeling where you just want to run away. Some of you may quit your job. Some of you literally may say, I don't care how much money that I make doing what I love, I'm going to go do what I love. I'm going to go over there where there's less money, but there's more freedom. That's what I feel here. Alternatively, there could be an end to a relationship with someone who somehow you're tied to financially. Okay, this could be some sort of, I just feel like you want to be young, wild, and free, and you feel restricted in some sort of way, Pisces. All right? And this could just be a passing thing. It's going to be more serious for others of you that I'm getting. Some of you, this is just going to be something where you need to like go out and express yourself, and then it will go away. But for others of you, it's trying to tell you something deep. Now, in what you don't see coming, Pisces, this week, you have the 3 of Cups, you have the 9 of Pentacles, and you also have the Lovers card here. So this is the frequency of you going to have a good time. I would just say make sure that you're not like escaping reality here. For some of you, I'm literally getting the feeling like you're taking your savings that you make from your job and you're saying bye, and I'm going to live off my savings and have fun with my lover. Like literally. A lot of you though, practically this could literally just be you refuse to do anything that is soul sucking, and you say I'm going to make a living, do what I love, even if no matter what it takes, is what I'm getting. So please, apply this, take what resonates and leave what doesn't in this reading, is what I'm being called to say to you, Pisces. But there's something about you just want freedom, and it seems like it's happening for you in what you don't see coming. But what I'm getting is there could be long-term consequences for you making an impulsive, emotional decision. Okay, some of you may make an emotional decision that later comes to bite you in the ass this week in some sort of way. You may just say, I have a responsibility in my job, fuck you. You might just say, fuck you, and not do it, and it feels good, and you gain your freedom, you gain a little bit of your soul back, but then you have to realize like we're in some sort of matrix, and so it's very frustrating, I understand, but it's what it is, right? And then we have here in the advice from your spirit guides, Pisces, we have the 7 of Swords, the Page of Wands, and also the Emperor. So, this is something about, I would say be careful with the 7 of Swords here. Make sure that you don't do anything that is out of frustration or scheming. Make sure you don't take money from anyone or do something like that. There also could be someone doing this to you. You have the Page of Wands and you have the Emperor here as well. So I feel like you are going to start a new foundation in your life right now, but things are you may feel like you have a dark shadow over you this week in some sort of way. You may feel like you have a dark shadow, and that causes you to run to escapism. So the thing about the Page of Wands to this is like, Pisces, like if you're gonna do something here, the Emperor to the Page of Wands, you want to you can create a life that feels free, that feels good to your soul, without going off the rails and completely being reckless. I just feel like there's in the Knight of Wands in your challenge, do what you need to do this week, but just be careful is what I would tell you. Okay, so now let's go to start clarifying some of these cards to see what we got going on here for you. So let's clarify the first card. I'm interested, why is the Knight of Wands your challenge? Some of you literally could just feel stuck, like you want to travel. You're on the outside of where you physically want to be. Some of you literally just, if you're not leaving a job, there's no like emotional thing where you say fuck responsibility, then what I'm sensing is you really want to move. Some of you may be wanting to move to a warmer climate. I'm getting that very strongly. For some of you who are living in a cold environment, in the northern hemisphere, it's about to be winter. Some of you literally might just be like, I gotta go to Florida, I gotta go to Texas, I gotta go to somewhere in the world, wherever you are, right? Some warmer climate. I feel like there's a desire for you to do that. Let's see why the Knight of Wands is here, though. Why is the Knight of Wands here in your challenge? The Knight of Wands in your challenge, Pisces, is clarified by the 7 of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and also the 5 of Swords here in your challenge. So once again, I feel like there's some sort of emotional decision that you're making, and also the Knight of Pentacles came out in reverse here. So you may have to create some sort of logical plan to where you don't screw your life up or something, Pisces. Like I'm literally warning you. I'm not trying to warn you because I feel like, I respect your sovereignty. You have to understand I respect your sovereignty, but at the same time, I really feel like there's some sort of destructive action. It may have to do with escapism. I know Pisces, a lot of times you fall into that. I would say try to take practical change and channel some of your anger, because if you try to escape reality this week, you miss out on an opportunity to harness your anger, to harness your sadness, and channel it into productive avenues, right? So if you just escape and you go out into the woods and you start drinking or you do whatever you do, well, there's going to be consequences for that. Whereas if you just stay in reality, sober, let the sobriety of reality, you can create a whole new world. So just be aware of that, Pisces, what I got so far. Let's clarify why the Death card is here in your overall general energy. What's coming to an end for you here, Pisces? What is this transformation about? One more. Yeah, you know something needs to come to an end. You need to make a decision for yourself. The Death card is clarified by the Nine of Cups, the Page of Wands, and also the Ace of Swords here. I feel like a lot of this has to do with your career more than anything here. For a lot of you, though, if you're connected to a very cold partner, that you're with them for the wrong reasons, you're just with them for financial support or something like that, there's really something in your soul that just says, fuck this, I gotta get the hell out of here. It may be... So on the one hand, I'm telling you, like, be careful of any sort of immature thing, but your advice is the Page of Wands. So if you feel like you need to rebel against whatever, I'm just getting like a cold corporate bullshit, use that immaturity because you need to. But at the same time, you want to always be balanced. And you're capable of doing that because guess what? Pisces is a combination of all the zodiac signs. So you are like the Avatar. You're the last airbender. You are all the elements combined, Pisces. So you know what you're doing here. I'm not trying to impose anything, but I'm just telling you, like, there's something weird in the energy. There's something weird. And I could just be channeling the weirdness that you feel about your life, to be fair. Let's clarify what the King of Wands is your opportunity. King of Pentacles in reverse. Why is the King of Wands here in your opportunity, Pisces? King of Wands is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, Two of Wands, Eight of Wands. Yeah, there's some new direction you want to invest in. Whether this is, for some of you, it's going to be a person, but for a lot of you, it has to do with your own financial freedom. What you don't see coming, you have the Nine of Pentacles here. You also have the Four of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles here in your opportunity. So a lot of you, you're going to be creating a life for yourself where you can independently operate. Like, for a large percent of you, you literally just want to quit your corporate job. Like, that's what this reading is about. For others of you, though, you just want to express yourself. Maybe you don't want to actually leave because it's the only way that you know how to make money or something for now. But there's something here about, like, your own financial independence, or you hating something here, Pisces. Like, you don't feel emotionally connected to something you once did. So with that being said here, let's go ahead and clarify why. Let's go ahead and move into what you don't see coming. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? Since it came out already, why is the Nine of Pentacles here and what you don't see coming? That usually has to do with independence, like leisure. You may want something that's like less fast paced in your life. You may want to connect with nature as well. Also, if some of you are living in a city, you may just want to move out into nature. I got like cold climate, warm climate. Now I'm getting if you live in a city. Listen, I'm from New York. I get it. But human beings are not designed to live in cities. You realize that? Not designed for it. Let's see why the Nine of Pentacles is here. The Nine of Pentacles in what you don't see coming is clarified by the Eight of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Chariot. So a lot of you want to break free from some sort of, it's either someone that you're dating for the wrong reasons, or it's some sort of job that you have that you really are just, there's a lot of emotions coming up from this where you feel like you're treated the wrong way. But the problem is here is that a lot of you don't have a solid plan, or you're not allocating your time and your energy properly in order to make this a clean break. And so some of you, the thing that I'm getting about warning, you don't want to slip into a lifeline where you just lose control of your willpower, you have no productivity whatsoever because you're making an enemy out of the man, right? The Hierophant, the King of Pentacles. Fuck you, so I'm going to go live this unproductive life. Listen, productivity can be different depending on what your values are. But at the end of the day here, I'm just getting, you never want to be you never want to like let something throw you off. You always want to be at your center. So you just may have to, I feel like this is such a Pisces reading. Yeah, it's just like something about this, it's just you don't know what to do with it, and so you may just start to have a lot of sex, you may start to do a lot of drugs because you're just so frustrated and you don't know what to do. But what if, Pisces, you harnessed all of your energy? You know, I'm not saying you have to do that forever in your life, but there are periods where sobriety, where abstaining from sex, and feeling your anger, feeling the coldness. We are in a matrix. We are in a prison planet. We are literally all being stomped on by higher ups. Like, it's reality. So, but what if you just what if you just sat with it? Okay, not to suppress it, not to be reactive, but what if you sat with it? You would then make a powerful choice from reality. So I don't know why I'm calling you to say that. But hey, listen, or just do your own, I mean, I don't know, like, all right, let's see why the Seven of Swords is here in the advice. Why is this here in your advice? I feel like this is a little bit of like, Pisces, you've come a long way in your life. There's someone is here, you've come a long way, and you're about to, like, slip. All right, let's see why the Seven of Swords is here. One more. Why is the Seven of Swords here for Pisces? Seven of Swords in your advice is clarified by the Nine of Swords, the Five of Cups, and also the Knight of Swords. You want to be careful, Pisces, about being in a painful situation and just saying, blah, bye. You know, like, trust me, I've done this before. I remember when I was in college, and I was like, fuck this, fuck, and I dropped out. And guess what? The day where I made that announcement, I ripped up the papers, and I was like, bye. It was the best day of my life. But guess what happened the next day when I woke up? I was like, fuck, what am I gonna do? But sometimes, to be fair, that can help you because it's like called burning the boats. You figure it out if you have to figure it out. So maybe you leaving this is what you need to do. You leaving that person where there's no love and it's just financial. You leaving that job where there's no love and it's just financial. You leave it, you're kind of in a shitty situation, but then your brain just switches on and you figure it out. But usually it only switches on if you figure it out, if you can have willpower and discipline to not go into escapism. And what I see happening is a lot of you are just going to go into escapism, and then you're going to be worse, and then you're going to have to go back to the thing that you're trying to avoid. Instead, you can do a different path. And this different path involves using your kind of frustration and immaturity, wanting a new adventure with the Emperor, harnessing it, staying in reality. You got this, Pisces. You're going to have a victory. This is what I got for you this week. I hope that this resonated with you. I'll talk to you next time. This is the Autistic Mystic.